me again. And I didn't mean to say see you on a later date because I knew I was going to be making another one of these. So, yeah, let's get to it. Draco bit his lip, sitting under a tree with the book. It was a month after the kiss under the mistletoe. Well, 3 weeks, 2 days, and 12 hours. But Draco wasn't counting. It was now late January, almost February, and nothing has changed. Harry has acted like nothing has happened, which Draco should be doing well but is failing. The small crush he had on his fellow Hogwarts professor hasn't gone down at all. It has gotten bigger, and it's gotten bigger, even though Draco has distanced himself. It wasn't his fault entirely. It was mainly Harry's, even though Draco knew that Harry didn't do anything on purpose. It's the fact that he brushed Draco's feeling off by flirting with Ember. Ember! He didn't directly flirt with her, but then again, he did not flirt with her. Sighing, Draco read the second sentence of the third paragraph for the 10th time before shutting the book, giving up. The book was one of his favorites, yet he couldn't get his mind into it at the particular moment. The bitter January day was catching up to Draco. The snow, author's note. Okay, I know at this particular moment my inner Florida girl has come out. I'm not used to snow, so I don't know when it's exactly stopped snowing, especially in the area world of Hogwarts. So I'm winging it. It says it snows until early February. Sorry. And then back to the story. So the snow beginning to seep into his pants. Draco decided to stand up, tucking his book under his arm as he trudged through the snow and into the warm castle. Between the lingering winter with drama with Harry, Draco, who usually loved snow, was beginning to become like Scrooge-like, turning back into a shell. His inner battle was interrupted by his name being called by a familiar voice, Teddy. Looking up, Draco managed to sport a fake smile at the sight of his friend's godson, who was followed by Cat and Skylar. Hey, Draco! Teddy greeted, giving the professor a high five. Teddy was the only one at Hogwarts who knew about Draco's crush on Harry. He could trust Teddy, and he knew that he wouldn't turn around and tell Harry everything. Hey, you three, what are you up to this fine afternoon? Draco asked, genuinely happy. Even if he was faking his happiness, Teddy would be able to pick it up right away. The Slytherin noticed Cat and Skylar exchanging smirks, causing worry to fill Draco. What in the world have you done this time? The blonde groaned, face palming. Teddy grinned, exchanging looks with his friends. Looking back at the postmasters, you'll find out and thank me later. A few hours later was dinner, and Draco couldn't help what Teddy meant. You'll find out later. The Slytherin kept a blank face, stirring his tea around. Despite his insomnia, he was drinking black tea, not seeing the point in trying to sleep anymore. Every time he tried to sleep, he would be greeted by a nightmare. Yet if he stayed awake, he was left to his thoughts. Abandoning food, Draco decided to spy on, or glance at, Amber and Harry. As per usual, the pair was sitting close. Harry seemed oblivious to the fact that Ember's hand was on the professor's shoulder. Out of all the loud voices, the only thing Draco could hear was a fake, obnoxious voice emanating from Ember's mouth. The only thing that was temporarily distracting the sleep-deprived professor was a gentle tap on the shoulder. Glancing to his right, Draco has noticed for the first time Neville sitting there. The set person having a concerned look on his face. Draco, are you okay? You've been sending glares towards Harry for the past 15 minutes. Neville asked, concerned for his new friend. Draco stole another glance before shaking his head. After Harry and I kissed under the stupid mistletoe, he's been hanging out with Ember more and has been ignoring me, Draco said truthfully. Now Neville sighed, glancing back at the pair. Truthfully, he doesn't seem to be into her. It seems like Ember is forcing him to talk to her, Neville said as there was a loud scream. Ember, turning towards the source. Ember. Her tongue was growing inside, now giant and purple. The weird-looking tongue reached out to the table. Ember screamed, crying, laughing. Draco and Harry turned to each other at the same time, saying the same thing. Tongue, toffee. Toffee. In his head, Draco thanked Harry. Draco thanked Teddy. So, yeah. So, I actually do. If you read down at the bottom, it's you can pause it and read it. I'll give you a few seconds. But I miss Fred. I actually didn't know any this I'm only on like the what? 5th book? I know about a lot I know that Snape dies, Dumbledore dies, Sirius dies, but I think that's in an earlier book. Uh uh I know that uh Voldemort dies, yes. Fred dies, and that's it. So I am kind of sad right now thinking about that. Um, but anyway, this is where the end of our video. This is where the end of our video. This is where the point. This is the point of the end of our video. Goodbye, girls, gals, and non-binary pals. And I'm sorry about this thing. This screen recording. I actually don't know how to turn it off without clicking on it and doing it like this. So, yeah, goodbye.